If you only want the short answer, you can go to the end of the video. Okay, with that out of the way, Effect Veiler is a very popular hand trap in Duel Links, because it's one of the very few hand traps that's actually good. The non-once per turn effect to send it from your hand to the graveyard to negate a monster's effect is really good against a lot of decks, so I know most people think that this card is very good, but here's my honest opinion on Effect Veiler. Yeah, obviously it's very good. Negating a monster effect that's not even when your own turn starts screws up a lot of decks, and also being a hand trap means your opponent can't prevent it using something like an MST to pop it. But there is a trade-off. The effect of Veiler is not that good compared to common staple back row like a Book of Moon, Warning Point, or any of the limit-free traps, so if you're going first and open with Veiler, you're essentially playing a worse version of Warning Point, because don't forget that Effect Veiler negates effects, but the monster still stays on the field and can be used as a material or just to attack with. I have 3 copies of Effect Veiler, and by my experience using it on Legend rank, a lot of the times it's just not very useful. Oftentimes I find Effect Veilers just sitting in my hand and doing nothing. It also doesn't help that you can only use it during the main phase, considering some of the most popular decks now, BLS, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, they don't even really care about Veiler because their boss monsters don't really have effects. So I find myself in situations where I thought to myself, I could have just played Book of Moon instead, and that would have been so much more useful. So is Veiler a must-buy? No, it's definitely not. At least not yet, because currently Veiler falls into the category of meta-reliant staple. It's good sometimes, but it's not so much in metas like the one we're right now. That's because Duel Links is still a back row heavy format, and more importantly, the existence of skills really make Veiler not as good as it is in the TCG. Take the BLS skill, for example. The deck isn't good because of BLS having a really good effect. The deck is good, it's tier 1 because of the skill letting you cheat out it with basically no material for free and also search it. And Veiler can't negate skills. I do agree that it kind of gatekeeps bad decks, like those that rely on a single monster effect to pop up, like Harpies, that die to a single monster negate. But if you're bringing Veiler, you're risking losing to good decks that don't care about one negate, so you're encouraged to not bring Veiler. So I think the biggest reason to bring Veiler is not actually to prevent your opponent from doing something, it is because your deck prefers playing Veiler for one reason or another. For example, Blue Eyes, they play Veiler because they can search it. Sage of Eyes of Blue can search a light level 1 tuner, so Veiler is just a perfect target for that. And also decks like Live Twin, they run into a problem where they often don't have enough zones in the back row to place all of their traps that they draw off of Kiss a Kill. So a Veiler acts as a disruption that you can just access from your hand, and also you can use it immediately when you draw it during your opponent's turn. So basically, Veiler is not a broken must-include staple like something like Book of Moon, so it's fine if you couldn't get it. I'm also fine with it not limited to free, because in a back row heavy format like Duel Links, the powerful limit-free traps is so much more impactful and game-winning than Veiler is. Okay, so here's the short answer if you've skipped through everything else. No, it's not a must-buy, because it's only good in some decks and in some meta formats. Thanks for watching, goodbye.